Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Acupuncture is My Life. Now, in this episode, I want to respond to quite a few emails in which I'd received in a few of my podcasts regarding the importance of sex. And I noticed there were a few common questions related to nutrition strategies for better sex drive. Okay. And I want to take a moment. I want to, take this episode to go over some nutrition strategies along with acupuncture that can enhance a person's sex drive. Because there are many individuals out there that are aware that certain foods can have an effect on your sex drive. And then there are those that don't and would come into the Acupuncture is My Life clinic here in New York City and undergo an Eastern nutrition consultation session and then realize, whoa, what they've been putting in their mouth have been negatively impacting their sex life. Okay. Now, what you do eat can enhance your sex life as well. So I want you to keep that in mind, because if you want to have a healthy sex life, good nutrition is important. Good nerve function and good or healthy hormone levels. And then with acupuncture, you have unobstructed flow of qi and blood, because acupuncture is great for enhancing the flow of qi and blood throughout the body. And the health and positioning of your pelvic area is very, very essential to sexual performance. Now, when I say positioning, some individuals don't realize sometimes when your pelvis is shifted one way or another, and it's good to sit with a chiropractor to discuss this, it can affect sexual performance, and many individuals are unaware of that. But sit with a chiropractor to discuss that if you feel that may be playing a part in poor sexual performance. And then you also want to make sure your diet is rich in legumes, whole grains, and various types of complex carbohydrates. And you want to consume plenty of fruits and vegetables as well. You want to have a diet that's rich in flavonoids, which are compounds that's found in plant-based foods and drinks. Okay, because eating flavonoid-rich foods, I should say, has been shown to improve, let's say, erectile function. And I know many of you are going to ask, what types of flavonoids? Let me see. I know there are three good ones that have that are of great benefit. What are they? One is definitely anthocyanins. And I would want to say the second would be flavonones and flavones, which are generally found in berries like blueberries, blackberries, strawberries. What else? Where else can you find it? Grapes, cherries, pears, apples, as well as some citrus fruits. Vitamin E is also key to sexual function too. You want to make sure you're not vitamin E deficient. Well, you can find vitamin E in nuts and seeds and green vegetables and what else? Wheat germ oil as well. And I mean, vitamin E is great. Like, let's say after eating these foods I just stated. You know, I'm not a big fan of supplements. You know, you get your vitamins and minerals from the foods in which you eat. But like after, let's say, eating a lot of green vegetables or eating an adequate amount of green vegetables and different types of seeds and nuts, for men, they should see a difference in about 6 weeks. Sooner if acupuncture is a part of their life and they're undergoing regular wellness treatment sessions. Okay? Because you also want to keep in mind, like, the root of sexual function is hormone balance. And that's where the healthy fats come into play. But also vitamin E, it's not, I don't want to say it's directly tied to sexual function, because it's not. But it is a marker. And if your vitamin E levels are low, you're likely having an issue with fat malabsorption. Meaning you're not able to properly digest or absorb fat, which can affect sexual function. But you see, seeing an acupuncturist on a regular basis, you know all of this and more. Because I say over and over, health is wealth. The wealth, it's not in your bank account or your retirement account or your cryptocurrency account. The wealth is not in your pocket, it's not in your wallet, nor is it in your purse. And the wealth is definitely not in the shoebox in the closet or under the mattress or under the doghouse in the backyard. The wealth is in you. Okay? But you know what else? Movement. Okay? Because fatigue as well as depression are common culprits when it comes to sexual complaints. And especially depression, you need to be seeing an acupuncturist. Whether you're seeing a psychotherapist, psychologist, psychiatrist, you should also be seeing an acupuncturist. But what else helps with fatigue and depression along with acupuncture is exercise, regular exercise. Because the two are linked. Oftentimes they're linked. Because regular exercise tends to stimulate the production of endorphins, which are mood elevating brain chemicals. And acupuncturists are also aware that iron deficiency anemia can be responsible for fatigue. So if you're presenting with signs that you're deficient in iron, see an acupuncturist. And there are individuals that are iron deficient and don't realize it. You know, if you ever feel winded or out of breath quickly, or you get dizzy very easy and cold, you know, these are some general signs of iron deficiency. And what can also help with that is a diet that includes fish, meat, nuts, seeds, legumes, fortified grains, leafy greens. That can help with all of that. And then also zinc, which you tend to get from like oysters. But there are other foods that are rich in zinc. And zinc, unlike vitamin E, is directly tied to sexual function. You know, zinc is known to be essential for male fertility, because you need adequate amounts of zinc for normal sperm function as well as fertilization. But zinc may improve a person's sexual performance. Okay. And I'm sure many of you heard the powers of oysters before, when you're on a date and you know how that, or you have a good feeling as to how that night is going to end. You may dabble with a little oyster dish, and I can't say what happens after that, but it's rich in zinc. And then red meat and chicken provides lots of zinc. And these are things you want to remember, And you know what? If you're lifting something heavy right now, do me a favor and just rest it down. Take a moment and rest it down. Whether you're moving furniture or it's a part of your job, you're in a gym, you're lifting weights, take a second and just rest it down. And if you're crossing the street, please hurry up and safely get across the street. And if you're operating any type of vehicle, whether it's a car, truck, boat, pull over to the side of the road. Well, a boat, you can't pull over to the side of the road, but just, put it on cruise control, autopilot. The same as if you're operating a helicopter or an airplane. And if you don't know how to use autopilot, land at your nearest airport. Because I need you guys to close your eyes for a second. And I need you to say to yourself, acupuncture is my life. And now open them. Boom. You are now brand new. And brand new you are. Now, here's a great recommendation for those with sexual performance issues. Cut out the alcohol and stop smoking. And over a short period of time thereafter, you will see a huge change in your sexual performance. Because alcohol does have a negative effect on sexual function. It takes away from performance. Okay? Because it sort of has this depressant effect as well. It can also cause impotence, shrinking of the testes in men. And this happens to men who tend to drink heavily. At the same time, like, smoking is bad for your arteries. So here you go. Disruption, stagnation, stasis in the flow of chi and blood. Why? Because smoking tends to promote the formation of artery clogging plaque in the blood vessels of a male's penis. So keep that in mind. And you also want to minimize your saturated fats. Because it can play a part in the buildup of atherosclerotic fatty plaques in your blood vessels around the heart, which affects circulation of blood. All right, and these are things that I feel it's important for you to be aware of if you're concerned about your sexual performance. Okay? So keep that in the back of your head. and at the same time, simply make acupuncture a part of your life. Okay? Because acupuncture is my life. What's yours?